You ever just look at your store and realize that you haven't put stuff away in a little bit? That might have been me this weekend. Well, I've known it for a while, but this weekend I am dealing with it. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit of how I do go about organizing my store. Hello everyone, it's me, Mantup Sells, for another video this weekend, but it's a little bit of a different one because today is an organization day. This weekend is an organization weekend. I actually didn't go out thrifting. I have so much stuff downstairs. I got like a bunch of new and sealed. We'll break all that stuff down Monday. But this weekend, in today's video in particular, I wanted to tell you guys how exactly I go about organizing. Get all the old box office stuff behind me. Look at that, that's a lot of boxes. None of which are mine, that's my parents' stuff. But my stuff's down below. I wanted to go into like what I do, my thought process behind it, the eBay interface that I use to try to get stuff together, how I differentiate the different types of media and figures and all the different categories that I sell in, and even a little bit of the boring, taxi waxy stuff that no one really wants to deal with, but I think is pretty important. Keeps you on top of your stuff and sets you up for, when that time comes around. So yeah, let's go into the first step here, and that is getting yourself set up for the day. So I normally treat this like an event, right? This is like a big thing. It's like, oh God, all right, I'm going to be up here for a few hours. I dedicate a day or two to really reorganizing all this stuff. This is all the stuff here. I've actually done quite a bit today, and then I was like, I should make a video on this, mainly because I was like, oh my God, I'm getting so bored doing this. Because it is boring, but it's not that bad. I have a good system down, and I'm sharing it with you guys today. But first of all, obviously, make sure you're set, make sure you're good. You got your stuff. And when I mean my stuff, you got your foods, you get your stuff. I have here my bowl of cereal. I got myself some lime seltzer. Always good, always good. Liquid static, very good. We had some, sausage up here from breakfast. And, I have the TV on as well. Make sure you have a bit of entertainment going all the time. I like having stuff on the background. Maybe you play some music. Like I said, you have your food, you got some drink. Obviously, make sure you take breaks every, hour or so. I'll take a breather. I'll just watch the TV for like 10, 20 minutes. Or maybe I'll start making a video. Oh, how about that? But yeah, that's always, I want to stress that. That's the preparation. That's the step one. Get your space ready, get your mind ready, get into the mood that you are going to be here. You're going to be plugging and chugging some stuff. And, you're just going to be in your office for a little bit. So make sure you're comfortable. You're, ready to work. Another thing I want to mention before we get into the real organization bit is make sure you do your stuff that you need to do. Do your shipping, do your listing. I like listing before I do any of this stuff because, hey, you list a little more and then that stuff gets organized. So you're kind of, you're not listing afterwards and having stuff unorganized. You got to put it into the big pile of stuff to organize. That's how I like doing it. I always heard, this is a Ginger Marvin quote that we like to say, you list in the morning, sell in the evening. Probably not true at all, but I I do it and it has worked. I do sell stuff after I list. I sell stuff before I list, so information is a bit iffy, but I'm just gonna go with it. So before I bring any of my storage cases from downstairs to the upstairs, I always make sure any of the boxes that I happen to have upstairs are like really in my immediate area. I know not everyone will have their setup like this, but normally I have a few up here and they're like the new boxes that I've created. So sometimes I'll just make a whole new box before checking my old boxes, and stuff will sell out of those. And I'll keep those ones up here because they're like the most recent stuff, and I haven't made room, and there's no room for the stuff in the storage downstairs. So there's always a few boxes up here that I will put stuff into. One such box is Books HH here. So obviously I do like A through Z for all my stuff. So I have movies A through Z, but I'm not at Z yet for movies. I have CDs A and I have CDs B. CDs are great to store. They're super small, so I don't have that many. And then books, I have A through Z, but I also have started to double the letters, so Books HH. Now behind me we have my parents, and they've just converted to numbers, so they're at like box 232. So you can do it either way. For a reason, I did the letter system. Wacky, I don't know. You get these boxes at Walmart. You get, big pile of them, and you just keep going to Walmart. You gotta get there early, because, hey, people are buying these. Sometimes it was really hard to find these. We have plenty of spare now, because we've just been, obviously, continuously buying them, so that we can have plenty of storage, but we haven't been buying as many as late, because we have plenty. Looking at the top there's not much room left, but we do have a good candidate. We have a good candidate for something that should go in there. It would be the Stanley Gibbons stamp album. So what are we going to do with this guy? Okay, so let's say you're logged into eBay, you're on the home screen. Now, where do you go? I want to let you guys know there is a good system that eBay has. eBay has for organization, and I recommend that anyone utilizes this who's on eBay. Obviously, this is going to be an eBay exclusive video because I sell on eBay exclusively. Now, this is the custom SKU. Now, anyone who's on eBay or any similar reselling platforms probably are aware of this, but I want to make sure I want to show you exactly how to get there, how to interact with it, because it is the crux of how all this works. So you're at your main store, you go to the selling tab here. Woo, here it is, here it is. We got all this, oh wow, 4 things to print and ship. That's very good, very good. All the things are good. You want to go up to here where it says Seller Hub, go to Listings, and then you go to Active. Now, once you're at the Listings tab here, you can see at the very top, it'll be like Item Title, all right? And you can type in the old Gibbons. You can type in anything that has anything related to it. Gibbons, right here. Boop, bang, bong, right there. And it'll just show you custom SKU. Now, on the phone, it will not show you that. Like, it's not the same thing. So I always find it easier to do on a laptop. I want to make sure you can do it on a computer as well. I just happen to do everything off my laptop. When it is organization and, number write-up day, I always do my stuff on my computer. For listing, I do stuff on my phone. But for organization, it's infinitely better to do on the computer. I'm going to go up here. Woo, oh, oh, oh. I'm going to go up here. Whoa. And I'm going to show you guys. You just simply go like this. Boom. Books. HH. Right? Books HH. That's the one behind me. And submit. And it's as simple as that. And when your item sells, let me see if I can pull up an example of this. And so when your items sell, it'll look right there. Boom, boom. Yeah, you see that? It'll say like Movies F or Books E. And obviously for that CD up there, all my earliest CDs are all in CDs A. And I believe I typed them actually manually in the description because I didn't know what custom SKU was. And I haven't gone back and edited all, I don't know, hundreds of CDs I have. But I do know all the CDs are in CDs A. And every CD that made it to CDs B is labeled CDs B. But for those movies and those books, we have Books E, Movies F, and it'll show up. And it's very easy. You just go to those boxes, those bins. You go there, you pick up the old cover there, you grab the book, and you're ready to ship. Super quick, super easy. So immediately after putting that custom SKU in and putting the item in the box, which we'll put right on top there, go immediately right to this sheet. And this sheet here is the old taxi waxy stuff that I was talking about earlier. And this is where you would simply type, I want to show off this little formula that I have. We have the item description, the purchase date, purchase price, the store, that's where we got it. And then, of course, we also have when it sells, we can easily go back. So let's say something that we have awaiting shipping, we can easily go back and we fill in this information. And you get all this date sold, the total sale, the fees, and the taxes in eBay itself. And it's super easy to go back and figure this stuff out when an item is sold. So immediately after we put the item in the bin, we got it in Books HH, and we put it in the custom SKU, we go right to my spreadsheet. And this is on Excel, and you can use any weird old spreadsheet that you want. But typically you just want, the item title, the purchase date, how much it costs, the store that you got it, and then you obviously will have, this is for simplicity's sake, and it makes everything way more easier as far as like managing what's going in and out and for what. You have right next to it like the date sold and all this, all the old, how much did it cost to ship, the taxes on it, the eBay fees, and the ultimate profit that you got. And this is very important because you want to know what you actually have made, but also for tax wise, eBay will send out basically all the fees. They'll send you they'll send out the total sale, but won't take off the fees. So if you know the fees, the taxes, the shipping costs, this is good stuff for writing stuff off as a cost for your business, and therefore you're not, paying taxes on the total sale, but rather on what you actually made, which is a huge difference. So just as a little example here, I'm going to type in Gibbons stamp album, and yes, I am just showing you a little bit of it. I have typed it up earlier up there in my actual point. Well, there's a random slash in it now, and that's just how it's going to go. So we're going to go 4/5/2022, and then purchase price. It is probably 50 cents. Bang. Obviously, if you have a receipt, keep your receipts, and you can obviously get a little bit more accurate of how much everything is, but I know roughly how much everything cost me because I know hardcover is $1, paperbacks 25 cents, 50 cents, and obviously I have a good memory of this stuff. If you have a way more complicated, like, oh, this one was $12, this is this, everything is either like $1 or less for me, unless it's a lot of stuff. So it's very simple for me that way. So obviously, you may want to, when you come home, go into your Excel spreadsheet or whatever spreadsheet and type this stuff up. This is very simple, and you can have your own abbreviations for the different places that you go. So we'll go H&H for this one. And bang, this would be complete. This would be entered, and when the day is sold, we would go right here and we would type in, all right, so 5/2/2022, and I'll go, $22. eBay fee is like $1, and then taxes is $2. And then you can go like this, and you'll have like a good formula at the top. Now let's say the shipping cost is $3.19, and now we'll put this here. And this is a nice little formula because this Y spreadsheets are nice like this. You can go like that. Now we want to change it to the right number, so it's not 240. We're on row 520 here, so we want to change everything to 520. Now there is a better way to do this. I think I can show it off here as long as I remember how exactly to do it. And basically all this is it's deducting the expenses in the H520. And now this will give us an accurate profit, assuming this is how it went, obviously. Now, I do really quick want to show you guys how to basically automate this process and make it so you don't have to type that in every time. I just wanted to show you like manually how to do it and how to originally set it up. But to basically easily do this, you can type this, raw formula once, and you go bang, you can delete it. And you can use this one here. This probably only works if you're on Excel. And so you have this. And you simply drag it down, and you have to click on that little square right there. You drag it down, boom, and it does the same formula, but it formats it to this row. So if I put stuff and I dragged it down for the next 10 rows here, now it would have all zeros here, but the second you started adding stuff like 2, 1, 1, total sale, 50, and then purchase price, let's say, was 3. And now you see all that reflected, and it's down there for all those rows. Super great. It's why I love using Excel, and it's good because you have it in there originally, like you have that, all right, so this is in my store, my little system, and then when it sells, you can easily come back here. You can Control F, and you can Control F, and you type in Gibbons. There, Gibbons, right there. And you find that, and then you go in, all right, it's sold on 5/2, and you type in all the stuff. Really quick, very simple, and it's helped me stay organized this past year. This is the first year of me adopting it. It's been working great. I just wanted to share that a little bit with you guys. Before we move on, to the right of me here is that highlighted, underlined, blue, purple-esque number. That is where you get all the information that you'll type into the spreadsheet for, the date sold, the fees, the taxes, and the shipping cost. It's all right there. It's all on the shipping tab, where you ship out of, and it shows you the days and all that, where we all go many times a day. Hopefully we have stuff there. That is where you'll get that information, and, super easy to just take that information, Control-C, Control-V, right into the spreadsheet. You've filled up your immediate storage. You've finally filled books HH. And what do you do next? Well, this is when I would typically bring it downstairs. I would reintegrate it with the rest of my storage, because typically I'll have like the empty boxes ready to be filled, bring them upstairs, fill them up with the books and the movies, and then I'll bring them back downstairs. But this is where I like how I have my storage system set up, is for every box that I bring downstairs, there's typically an empty or half-filled box downstairs I can bring upstairs in exchange. So that's exactly what we're going to go do. Put the cap on this and bring another one up. Never really realize how creepy it looks until you're like looking at yourself on camera. Sorry for the horrible lighting down here. We are in a garage that has been repurposed for a storage place. It was for cars, and now it is for, the books, and we have some pans back there. We have our movies. I wanted to show you guys the real scale of all of this. So we have two big shelves, and they're double stacked, so there is a entire similar size row of shelves behind all this. And we have our books there. We have the movies down there, because obviously movies are a little bit more resistant to the floor than books. And we also have like some shelving over here with all the storage. So yes, we have lots of storage, and behind me is, yes, a lot of clothes. My parents' clothes business is doing very well. And so is in the bookstore. So that's good. And we have plenty of stuff. And thankfully, we have a good amount of storage. So here's the part where the see-through Walmart cases, or any bins that you may find that are see-through, come in handy. You can physically see which boxes are kind of full, which ones are half empty, which ones can be brought upstairs in exchange for one that's full upstairs. And you just bring them up, bring them back down, and you replace them. Now, obviously, they're all in alphabetical order, so I just like thinking of it like I'll have like maybe 6 or 7, 8 upstairs, and then I'll bring them back down, and then I'll bring some back up, because I don't want upstairs to just be storage. We want that to be the work area. But I do like having some immediate storage, so sometimes when it gets full up there, I'll just clean the table and I'll bring it back down. On a day like this where we're doing like a full organization, we're going to be doing that transference quite a bit. And this only works because we have so many bins and, obvious racks to store the bins set up, so that when things sell, enough stuff sells that by the time that I have to do another organization, I have enough room in some of these bins to put stuff back up. And like I said, that's why I like having the bins up there, because, you get immediate ones. It's like, oh, shoot, this one's already upstairs, and, it's not that full yet. And, yeah, you just quickly put the stuff upstairs, but when those fill up, we like bring them back downstairs. We have some nice quick storage to just bring right back up. And like I said, so enough stuff sells, that box becomes empty, and we bring that back upstairs. Now, I've kind of already probed the area, and it looks like Books V is pretty empty. I'll show you. Not only is it pretty empty, but it's pretty light, so we'll fit a good few amount of books in this. And we have a few good ones down here that look like good candidates to bring up, including some movies bins, so we'll probably be doing that a little bit later today as well. Now, I'm going to leave you guys there. I'm going to bring this upstairs. I'll come right back for you. Ooh, I'm back. Let's go. Well, now that we're back up, and we have Books V, a nice empty bin to now work with and plug and chug a few books in there. Let's put it all together. Cheers. I did not realize how weird that would look, but now looking at the camera, yeah, it's definitely a poetic shot right there. Okay, so this is the big book. This is a big book. This is a good one to demonstrate on, because this put a nice big dent in my big pile of misorganized stuff. So let's go. The art of arranging flowers. How are we going to do this? Let's put all the steps together here. Went right to my active listings. We're going to type in art of flowers, because that's probably enough keywords for it to work. And yes, it is. Yes, it is. So there we have the old. Let me move myself up. We got the custom SKU. We're going to go for it. Boom, boom. All right. And we have Books V behind me, so we're going to go Books V, submit. Easy peasy. All right, there it is. So Books V is entered. It's associated with that book. We now put this in here and make sure it's a nice, good spot. Yep, that fits rather nicely, if I do say so myself. Now we switch over to the spreadsheet and we go the art of arranging flowers, and then press tab for a quick right to the right. This is my Excel class that I'm taking, actually coming in use. Alright, we'll go 4/1, and we'll do tab again, 1, and then we'll put in H&H, which is a little acronym for my thrift store that I like to go to often. And that's about it. And then when it sells, we go over a little bit here, and we'll put in, alright, this is the date sold and all that. Now the template, this is like kind of my actual template that I use. We're on like, 510 here, so 510 up. I know that little, date sold and all that is up there. I've memorized it at this point. I've typed in so much that I know exactly what H is and I and J, but I wanted to show that off for the basic one. But yes, this is essentially what I do, and what I'm going to be doing all of this weekend is just trying to get everything up here into my boxes, get my boxes back downstairs, bring some new ones upstairs, type in my stuff, and hopefully at the end of the day, I'll have a nice clear table to mess up again very soon. All right, it's time for me to go back to work and really get some of these down. Reduce this pile here. This is madness. This is disgusting. I don't like getting it this out of order, all right? So I'm going to get back to it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, a little bit of a different video. I was just sitting here doing it, and I realized I should really make a video on this and tell anyone, curious, like, hey, what do other people do? Am I doing this right? Is there any good tips, any good tricks? I'm trying to tell you my tips and tricks. That is really all I do. I don't really think there's anything else to it. Obviously, I had my TV muted, so you didn't hear any of the entertainment. But if you want a song list or people to watch, hey, let me know. I have plenty of YouTubers that I like watching. And without further ado, I'll let you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you have a good one. Get your good sales in. Get your good listens in. Get your good thrifting in. And you know what? Maybe you'll be like me and you'll get some good organization in. I'm going to go back to it, guys. A soldier salute and a peace to you all. Have an amazing weekend. Mantup Sales, signing out.